I'm Jan Kowalski with Greenslate I Incorporated, and tonight I'm going to be hopefully joined by Ashley Morgan. She's running a little late, but when she gets in, we'll put her on air with me. And of course, I'm here with Greenslate I Incorporated. Greenslate I Incorporated has any number of programs, all designed to assist ex-convicts. They have programs including reentry programs. They have a Feeding the Families of Englewood program. They have a Kirby's Kids Camp, which is going on now. And last but not least, my favorite, they've got a community service program that's qualified through the Circuit Court of Cook County. So if you need to fulfill any community service hours, please contact my sponsor, my host, Greenslate I Incorporated. Now you can contact Greenslate I Incorporated. Let me show you their information. There it is. Greenslate I can be reached at 217-600-1846. And of course, if you want to get their email address, it's Greenslate Institute, the number 4, justice at gmail.com. So it's the number 4 in front, in the middle of Greenslate Institute, the number 4 justice at gmail.com. And their website, you can be found at Greenslate Institute, once again, the number 4 justice.weebly.com. And back to me. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Jan Kowalski McDonald. And there we go, it's a little crooked, but Kowalski and McDonald. And for some people who are not familiar with Polish surnames, I know Kowalski is a little bit difficult to pronounce, so I prepared this little slides for you here. Here I have a picture of a piece of coal. And next is my beautiful, oh, hang on a second here, is my brick wall. So I've got coal and a wall, and last but not least, I've got a picture here of a pair of skis. Now if you put the coal, the wall, and the ski together, of course you get Kowalski. And help you remember the Kowalski, I've got my friend, the little koala bear there, and he's giving you the thumbs up, and he is on his pair of skis. So there's my koala on skis, because my name is Kowalski. Now I know some of you are going to want to say, oh no, Jan, you're Kawasaki. No, no, no. No, I wish I was Kawasaki. No, it's Kowalski. And once again, here's my friend the koala bear, and he's telling you that I am 100% qualified. And of course, this is a live interactive show on CanTV channel 21 and cantv.org/hotline. We're streaming live. Tonight, hopefully, we're going to find out more about Ashley Morgan, who is a successful salon owner on the South Side. And for the next 25 minutes, you're more than welcome to call in with any comments, questions, or concerns, or just to participate by calling at the number at the bottom of your screen. And that's 312-738-1060. And as Ashley's not here yet, perhaps let me just start without Ashley. It's very difficult for young women to start successful entrepreneurships on the South Side of Chicago. Generally speaking, I talked with Ashley before the show. Hopefully she will be joining us momentarily. But she indicated to me that there are several concerns that are faced with young business owners. And I think Ashley's here right now. So if we could just hang on just a second here. Oh, wait. Here we go. Come on, Ashley. Yes. Here we go. There's Jan Kowalski. And if you could just drag a chair over here, we're joined by Ashley. There you go. Sorry about that. Here we go. And Ashley, is your tummy by this little thing? Yes, it is. There we go. We're in our spots. Thank you. Thank you, Pookie. All right, Ashley, welcome to our show. How are you?
I'm good. I am so good. Thank you for having me today.
All right, perhaps you can tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I've been a cosmetologist since 2011, and I'm also a barber and a esthetician.
And do you own your own shop?
No, I am working inside of a salon that I own my own business.
What's the name of the salon?
It's called Classy Lady.
Classy Lady. And where can we find Classy Lady?
1939 East 79th Street.
1939 East 79th. And I know we said that a little fast, but you know, if you didn't get a pen and pencil in time, call the number at the bottom of your screen. Our technician Pookie here is ready, and he's going to give you that number again, 312, what's the phone number?
738.
738?
1060.
1060, 738-1060, and that's the number to connect with you at the salon.
My cell phone number? No, my cell phone number, my direct number.
Hold on, if I want an appointment, what's the number I gotta call?
773 469-0386.
And once again, Pookie, I hope you wrote that down. And in case anybody didn't catch that, please feel free. So can you tell some of our viewers what it's like to be a young female entrepreneur?
It is hard work. It's something that you have to have a passion for, but I believe anyone can do it.
You know, one of our recurring themes here on the show is assisting ex-convicts. That's why Greenslate's got reentry programs. And we're always interested in, for instance, vocational programs and places where people can get jobs that might have a record. I'm not sure, in your line of work, do they check to see if you've got a background?
Yes, before taking your state board.
So for the state board, is that for the cosmetology or which portion needs that?
For cosmetology.
And what about the barber part?
Yes, the barber part too.
Is there any portion of your business that doesn't require a background check?
Well, you don't really need, it's like to take the test, to take your state board test. You have to, they want to know that information. You can still become a barber.
So if you want to be a licensed barber with the state of Illinois, then you need to pass this background check.
You can be a felon.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, so there you go. We're always interested in getting jobs out there for felons. So let me ask you a little bit about, let's suppose I'm in high school and I don't think I'm going to be going to college just because, number one, financially, and number two, it doesn't really interest me. Is cosmetology and barber a good avenue for young women?
Yes. A lot of people, they have college degrees. Some people don't have a college degree and they still enter the barber industry. Some people even go to college and drop out of college because their passion is more artsy and creating.
All right, so what do I need to do to get myself into a salon? I'm sure it's not just a matter of I can cut hair, let me set up my shingle. Is there a test? I've got no idea what's involved in this.
Let's see. So you have to go to school for 1,500 hours. Once you go to school for
And that's for the barber school or the cosmetology?
both,
They're both, how many hundred hours?
1,500 clock hours.
1,500.
So it takes roughly about a year to a year and a half to complete.
Wow. And did you go in the city? Is there a program in the city for this?
Yes, you can go to all kinds of schools. It just depends on what type of culture you're looking for. Chicoche, Mario Chicoche. You can go to John and Miko. You can go to Paul Mitchell. You can go to Pivot Point, Douglas. It's another school called Trends. You can even look up a lot of like the schools, visit them, get a tour, get a feel, and see which school works best for you.
All right, and I'm assuming that there's some sort of tuition involved in going to the school.
Yes, some schools are out of pocket only, and some schools do provide financial aid.
That's fantastic. So if I can't afford it, I might be qualified for financial aid?
Yes.
Fantastic. And do I need a high school diploma to do this?
Yes, you definitely need a high school diploma or a GED.
All right, but can I start when I'm 16 or do I need to be 18?
You can start when you're 16. You can start when you're 16. And then you can take your license once you're 18 years old.
All right, so then let's assume that I've got my license. Then still there's something in the middle between getting my license and actually making money.
And making, oh yes.
What's in the middle there? Perhaps you can tell our viewers.
A lot of people think coming out of beauty school you're going to make instant money and they have like unrealistic expectations. But my advice would be to build a clientele while you are in school.
Well, how do you do that? I'm not sure.
Promote yourself, passing out business cards. Social media is like the best. You can have a YouTube channel. You can do all kind of marketing and promotion for yourself, getting clients to come to you and being genuine to your clients and providing a great customer service.
But I think there's a little bit more to it than cutting hair. Isn't there a whole bunch of other stuff that goes along with essentially owning your own business here?
Yes.
Oh, caller. I think, Ashley, we've got a caller.
Okay.
Caller, do you have a comment or question for Ashley Morgan here?
Yeah, I sure do, Ms. Kowalski.
Hi, Ray.
You know, the young lady there is inspiration to everybody. See, you don't have to be young. Any woman that wants to open a business and lucky enough to succeed is great for me. It's great for the country. It's great for everyone. But I want to make this quick comment about last week when Steve made that derogatory comment toward me. and you told them to
Be nice.
be nice.
I did.
Thank you, but I can fight my own battles. I've been doing that all my life. See, it's just that Steve, I didn't think he was that thin-skinned, but anyway, I just don't think he's quite the gentleman that I thought he was. So that's all I have to say. And young lady, keep it up. You can help other young people or other women. Please keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's fantastic. All right, but Ray, you know what? There's more to it than just getting your barber license and saying, okay, I'm a barber, come and see me. I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a lot of hard work that goes into us. Ashley, maybe you can tell our viewers a little bit about all that extra stuff that goes into having a successful business.
It starts with when you become an entrepreneur, you take on everything. You become the receptionist. You become the maintenance man. You're having multiple hats on. You also, with doing hair and even being an entrepreneur, you have to be able to do everything. So a lot of people want to quit their job, and you also have to think about the money aspect, because now you are paying for everything. You're paying for a pen. You're paying for a piece of paper. You're paying for employees. So those are all things that are...
Ashley, I think we've got another caller for you. Caller, do you have a comment or question for Ashley Morgan here?
Well, hello, Mrs. Kowalski.
Hi, Paula. Do you have a comment or question for Ashley Morgan here? I'm dying to know what goes into having a successful salon.
I certainly do. How you doing this evening, young lady? I don't know
I'm
your
good.
name. What's your name?
My name is Ashley Morgan.
Hi, Mrs. Morgan. How you doing? You're on a wonderful show there. I got a few comments for you.
Bring it on, Paula.
As far as getting a job after you've been going through all your hair school and everything, pretty much a lot of barber shops or beauty salons, they will hire felonies. Because sometimes when they do, they get a tax break. So nobody ever has to use an excuse, I'm a felony and I can't get a job and I can't go to school. Ashley,
Honestly, Paula, I never heard that they give them tax breaks. Is that true, Ashley? Are there tax breaks available?
That's
Absolutely. All the way.
Are you sure about that, Paula? Because I haven't heard about that. I'm going to look into that. But what a great idea. I wish that they did give tax breaks to people.
Yes, I worked in a restaurant which was corporate, and we had maybe 7 or 8 of us felonies they hired, and they got tax breaks. Absolutely.
Paula,
So
let me know about that. Call the number that they're in and let me know. Or wait a minute, you've got my phone number. Call me, please. I'm dying to know that there's tax breaks for this.
My point is, you don't have to be afraid to try. She went to school, she got her grant, she's got her license, and I got a few questions for you, Ashley, okay?
Yes.
I'm an older woman, 63 years old.
No. Paula, are you kidding me?
You got to see me, Kowalski.
I did. I thought you looked fantastic.
Let me talk to the doctor. Dr. Ashley, what do you suggest for a woman when we get our age to make our hair keep staying in our head? Because I know when you went to school, you also had to study the science part of the skull, the sculpture, the head, the follicles. Or do you have any suggestions for me to keep my hair in my head?
Yes. I would say to make
sure...
sure...
Don't hang up. Go ahead.
Make sure that you shampoo your hair regularly. I would say bi-weekly, weekly is very, very important. So just maintaining a healthy head of hair.
I do it every day, Ashley, and I also been using some coconut oil. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I heard of coconut oil. Coconut oil is great.
Okay, here, one more question.
Wait, I'm dying to know. Hold on. Which is a good shampoo to use? I've got no idea. There's so many out there. Honestly, Paula, I go to the store and I'm like, thinning, fuller, body, conditioning, dry. I'm like, I honestly don't know which kind to get. So Ashley, maybe you can help me select a good shampoo. Which shampoo should I be getting?
I've been using it for 20 years. Biolage. Biolage? B-I-O-L-A-G-E.
All right, let's ask the doctor here. Dr. Ashley.
Dr.
Is that good stuff for the hair?
These products, you have to figure out which ones work for you. Because if I tell you a product right now, it might work for you and it might not. You want to make sure that it's always professional.
Right.
And
well,
if
it ain't too bad for 63, but let me ask you about
And
extension.
if it don't work for
Ashley.
this season, it will always work for like say for instance the summertime.
Right.
It will work in the summertime. What works in the summertime might not work in the wintertime.
Oh, no kidding.
Right.
Why not? Why?
Right.
Because sometimes in the
But-
summertime your hair is more drier.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
no, in the wintertime your hair is more drier, and then in
Yeah.
the summertime your hair is more moisturized.
Well, I guess I'll just keep using what I'm doing, and that's good advice. But what about hair extensions? I ain't never put it. I just came back from Las Vegas, Miss Kowalski.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I
was wondering where you been.
Oh, girl, Ashley, you got to see those women's hair out there, like on the Hip Hop Wives.
Yeah.
How the heck they put them in there? I have no idea. And if you get yourself a little shop, that's where the money's at, Ashley.
Well, no, Ashley,
Hair
you've got a shop.
extensions.
Ashley, tell our viewers where your shop is.
Yes, I work
I
at
heard it.
I work at Classic
312.
Lady
Classic lady,
Yes.
Paula. Classic lady.
on 79th and Jeffrey,
That's right.
1935 East 79th Street. I want to give you all the right information. I apologize.
Classy lady.
Yeah, you're a classy lady on TV. I can see that right there. And you're sitting next to a classy lady,
Oh,
too.
wait,
my
wait, so
Mrs.
wait.
Kowalski.
Dr. Morgan, how do they do those extensions like in Vegas? I'm dying to know.
Oh, my God. First of all, they pay a lot of money.
Oh, do they?
Yes, it's definitely a lot of money involved.
Well,
And-
how come it's so expensive?
Because it's human hair.
Oh,
It's
is
real
it?
hair, right,
Hair.
Ashley?
Hold on, Paula. Let me ask the expert over here. Dr. Morgan, why is that so expensive?
Because human hair that's definitely the quality, the experience, the technique.
The style.
There's interlocking, there's braids, there's
They
also
sew it in.
micro, so you can put like a little tube, and then you attach it on strand by strand, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
create attachments. You can also do clip-ins.
Right. And that all costs, right, Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Oh,
how much
labor
on
cost.
average would you say? Is there an average? Can you give our viewers an estimate of how much they would cost?
It starts at anywhere from $190 plus.
It must take a while to do that, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Well, it probably all goes according to the size. If it's short, if it's longer. Let's put it this way. The longer it is, the more it is. You could spend up to thousands on that
No
hairdo.
kidding,
Yes.
really? Wow.
Go, girl, Ashley.
Yes,
Let me get
yes.
off the phone in case somebody
No,
wants
hold on, Paula, hold on. All right, wait.
Okay, I
my
won't go. Go
question,
ahead, honey.
Dr. Morgan over here is, what
Go
should
ahead,
women
Dr.
with
Morgan.
gray hair be using?
Gray hair. Oh, my God.
That's what I want. What product do you think is best?
You
Hair
definitely,
And how often? I still don't know how often.
you definitely want to use a purple shampoo.
Purple.
Yes.
Purple shampoo?
Yes.
Purple rain.
Well, it's purple shampoo.
Purple.
But I don't want to highlight the gray. I want to hide the gray.
You wanna hide it.
I want to hide that gray. I don't want the gray.
You got to stick
If
with the
you want to hide
biolage
it.
and a nice hair color. Hey, Dr. Morgan, when a woman dyes her hair, the best kind of hair dye to find is one without the ammonia in it.
Oh, is
If
it?
you stick, yeah. What do I use for B? L'Oreal? One of them that don't got ammonia. That ammonia's a killer on your
Is it?
skull.
Okay,
ain't
no,
it?
let's ask Dr. Morgan. Can you use a color with ammonia in there?
Right now, I use a color called Gold Wheel.
What, say that again?
Gold Wheel.
Gold will?
Yes, Gold Wheel.
What's
Go
the name
well.
of
Yes.
this?
Okay, go well.
And they have different strengths. So they do have some that have ammonia in there, but they do cater to clients who don't want to use the ammonia-based product.
Why is ammonia so bad? Paula
Because
doesn't
it
like
burns
ammonia.
your skull. It burns your skull.
No
Mine
way.
it does.
Does
My mother-in-law
it? Ashley, does it really?
Yes, it does. It burns your skull.
Does
And
it?
when you get older, your skull gets more tender.
I believe
And when
that.
because there's all kinds of dyes to buy in them stores.
Yeah, there
And
is.
there's
That's
a
why I
lot
got
of them
confused,
that
and that's
do
why I
not
got the
have
doctor
pneumonia in it.
here.
And you don't want the one with the ammonia in it. She's
Here, I
young
thought it was
right
just
now.
bad for the hair. You're telling me it's actually bad for the skull.
Absolutely. Dr. Morgan's young right now. Wait
I
till
know.
you get older, young
She's
lady. You
gorgeous.
see what I'm talking about. You're
Well,
going to
that's
run
another
away
thing.
from
In
that
selecting a
pneumonia.
beautician, I suggest that you go for one that you think is attractive. Honestly, I remember I went to a shop and I honestly didn't like the way the girl had her hair. I thought it was like too severe and too dark for her complexion. And not surprisingly, I didn't like the cut she gave me either. So just my
Wow.
tip to anybody, even though I'm not a beautician, is find a cosmetologist beautician that you like. If you like their hair, my guess is that they're going to be doing your hair nice too.
Yes.
What do you think about that, Paula?
Listen, Kowalski, your hair is perfect. When you get a bad haircut, this is what you do. You let it grow out and don't ever
I'm
go
going
back
to see
again.
Ashley Morgan at
Miss Ashley's shop.
City Lady. Wait.
Classic lady.
Classic Lady on Jeffrey and 79th Street.
Yes.
Listen, there used to be a show called Tabitha Salon, Mrs. Kowalski.
Don't know
And
that
she would go in all these salons where people were falling apart because nobody was paying attention. They
Oh,
got
I think I
lousy
saw that
haircuts.
show. Is that the blonde lady with the severe
yes,
cut?
she was wonderful.
Oh, she was a
Tabitha.
witch. Are you kidding me?
I love her.
A witch,
Yes.
but by the time she
Oh, yeah, she let him have it all right.
Wait a minute. She was a witch, but by the time she left, she restored all those beauty salons, gave them all new products, cleaned them all up, and straightened them all up. She was an angel in disguise. I bet you that Ashley don't need nobody in her shop, does she? You don't need no Tabitha, do you, Ashley?
No,
Your
no.
people that work for you, they work for you, right?
We all work together as a
They
community.
pay the rent. They pay
And-
the rent on their chairs.
Yes, pay rent for my booth renter, and I do have an
There you go.
assistant.
There you go. Get that rent money. You go. Listen, let me get off the line. Miss Kowalski, you're beautiful. How's the hotline situation? You find anybody?
For what? What? Finding anybody
Find
for what?
anybody on the online deal?
Oh, yes, I had a show about online dating. No, I'm still working on that. I'm
Good.
looking for a date. I'm hoping that Ashley's going to
Stay in the
let me
grocery
sit in her
store.
chair for a bit, maybe clean me up a little bit, and then we're going to send me out.
You look gorgeous. And Ashley, you got a beautiful smile. Sweet.
Thank
I
you.
love your hair. Hip Hop Live, Stevie J. Oh, my God. I love you guys. You have a great evening, and I'll call you next week, Mrs. Kowalski, okay?
Thank you, Paula.
Stay in the grocery lines. I love you.
Thank you, Paula. Ashley.
Yes.
Any concerns about what Paula was addressing there? About like more mature woman?
When she mentioned the ammonia, that definitely struck me. One thing I have learned is that I'm learning from my clients as well as they learning from me.
Oh.
So I don't want to say like, oh, that's just so wrong, because it's always a case-to-case situation. So if she's saying that she's allergic or she's having a reaction or that ammonia is not good for her, I definitely will want to stay away from it.
Is there any one kind of hair color you said that go well? Is that commercially available? I don't think I could run into Walgreens or
No.
CVS. No, is that only special for beauticians?
Yes, it's definitely professional. And you want to always make sure you're doing a patch test to check behind the ear, inside your elbow, to see if it's going to be sensitive or harmful to your scalp or your skin.
And then let me ask you, I always wondered if to getting highlights or lowlights, isn't that doubly damaging to your hair? Because don't they essentially color it once and then they highlight it, lowlight it again? So isn't it really like two colors all in one?
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I've always wondered if that's extremely dangerous to do highlights or lowlights in addition to a color.
I wouldn't say that it's dangerous. I would just say that you have to make sure that you treat your hair in between, before and after.
And last but not least, my mother suffers from hair loss, and she goes to the same beautician because she's got literally bald spots on her head. And it's just, well, she's in her 70s now, Mom. I hope you don't mind me telling all this. But she goes to the same beautician because the beautician essentially assists her in covering up. I mean, do you deal with situations that for like older women that need some assistance in being a little more glamorous?
Yes.
It's easy just to give a normal cut, I'm assuming, at your level.
I would definitely recommend if she wants to do like maybe a hair piece, she can do a hair piece.
Yeah, she doesn't do that. Instead, she just has it curled so it covers the bald spot.
Covers it. Well, I would say that would be good. That's good because she's not trying to put anything over her scalp to suffer it. I would just tell her to stimulate her scalp because stimulation does promote hair growth.
Fantastic. All right. Actually, we're going to have to wrap up, but I wanted to give you the last word here.
I would say just make sure that you're taking care of your hair daily. That's very, 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 very important by putting on a bonnet or a scarf, oiling your scalp when needed, when it's dry, putting a shine on your hair. Also, I would say make sure you do your maintenance of shampooing and conditioning your hair.
And last but not least, if I'm a young woman and I want to get into the beautician, what would you suggest my first step to do?
I would say your first step should be to stay focused, because beauty school, once you enter that door, it's going to be a lot of distractions. And I would just say to just stay focused, get a mentor, and find everything out that you can about the industry
Before you jump in there.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you for watching and participating in today's show. And of course, I'm Jan Kowalski McDonald with Greenslate I, and my guest tonight has been Ashley Morgan. Thank you for being here, Ashley.
Yes,
Appreciate
no
it.
problem.
And tonight, my technician was Pookie, and my executive producer is If Stiff Strong. And thank you, and have a good night.